Ethan Van Sciver launched a massive cancel campaign against me over the weekend. It was post after post. The guy was relentless. He did streams about me. If you go over to his channel, he's actually uploaded videos for the first time in months. And those videos are just with my name on it, with some weird puppet show that, it's very, very bizarre. He's got 140,000 subs, and for some reason he wants to bring them over here, I guess, and have people search my name, because probably 130,000 of those people don't know who the heck I am. But gosh, it was really, really vicious, and he went hard in the paint, about as hard as he possibly could. Now, this isn't the first time I've been canceled by Ethan Van Sciver. He did so back in 2018. My crime back then is I went to publish my comic book with a fellow named Vox Day, and I published my comic book, and that made me an enemy of Comicsgate, according to him and the like. At the time, he basically did a 3-stage campaign against me. One, to just go at me relentlessly on social media, attacking my books, attacking me, like he's doing now. The second was to then do a campaign claiming I'm a doxer and all this stuff. The backers are not safe with you, which has been done before again. And then third was to try to attack my family. Ethan actually coordinated through DMs, attempting to get his personal army to go harass my family. And he signaled he was going to do much the same again this time. And he finally went mask off this morning, went over the line, and started attacking me with my family. Absolutely crazy stuff. This cancel campaign really didn't work, and that's why he went that far. That's why he went for the nuclear option on this sort of thing. At this point, people understand that my books are good. I deliver. I've been doing so for several years. I've had 12 graphic novel campaigns in the time that he still has not completed his second Cyberfrog. And we deliver. We sell good books. People enjoy them. The reviews are fantastic. I was showing off on the stream the other day, a fellow comparing my Deus Vult book to Marvel's Conan and saying that it's better than Conan. I was reading Jacob Aries. He's a commentator's review on Overmind, which is the first book in the Hidden Emperor series, and says I'm great at this. Blaine Pardo from Battletech, one of the greatest science fiction writers of our time right now, put out a post saying I'm a great storyteller and saying that you should back the Hidden Emperor. All of this is not jiving well with his messaging, Ethan's messaging, that is, which he's been trying to push so hard for several months. People aren't listening, and you can see right here, it is our most successful campaign of all time by more than 12% at this point, and I've still got 6 days to go. This is pretty crazy. It looks like it's likely to hit $40,000. It's even got the potential to reach $50,000 if readers like you share it out and back it for the next couple of days. And this sends a signal. I mean, when this closes and it gets that kind of a high deal, Ethan knows that his power is limited. He can't just destroy people anymore. He's done it before. Back in the day when he did have this power, he took Mike S. Miller, who came from DC's Injustice, and because Mike was too Christian for his Comicsgate, he had his little personal army go destroy Mike. And Mike went from $100,000 campaigns down to like a $30,000 campaign. He's done similar to a fellow named Clint Stoker, who used to stream by the name Sweetcast. Guy was getting close to $100,000 campaigns. Now he's about a third of his backers. But that was a couple of years ago. Things have changed since then. Ethan's failed to deliver on so many products. He's attacked far too many people. He's gone after Eric July, gone after Tim Lim, Iconic Comics. He's gone after Doug TeNapel. He's gone after Patrick Parnell. He's gone after so many people at this point that a lot of his comic buying audience, the people who actually were the backers who were listening to him on this stuff, realized, you know what, we're not going to listen to this guy anymore. He told us to back all these people. He told us these books were great, and then the minute that they seemed to launch out on their own and do well without him, he turned on them. He started attacking them relentlessly. He attacks their character, he attacks their family, just a nasty, nasty individual. And that's exactly what Ethan did this weekend. Now, this was one of the most crazy cancel culture campaigns I've seen on me in a while. Like I said, he went all out. He got his lackey, John Malin, going after me as well. John Malin hasn't mentioned me in months, but for some reason, this time, he was ordered to do so over the weekend. And then here he is claiming I'm doxing EVS or some nonsense, which obviously is not true. I'm just hearing this, so short on details. Have you ever noticed this with the way that these people try to cancel you? It's short on details. John Malin was ordered to do this, and it's very, very clear because Ethan needed validation outside of his own posts because he wasn't getting any traction from other creators. Most other creators actually are hanging around me because I actually produce, and they realize that I write good books, and they want to be on the train that's actually about comic books and not about this kind of nonsense. And they talk about Clint Stoker here. None of this happened again. This was all a thing that was coordinated by Ethan's personal army. And Clint Stoker writes wonderful, wonderful books. Ethan's the one who actually canceled him, too. It's pretty ironic that he's being used right now in this regard when Clint walked away from Ethan because he didn't want to deal with this kind of drama. And I highly recommend Clint's books. I buy all of them, by the way. His Downcast series is fantastic, and he's a really good writer. It seems to be a trend. Every time there's a really good writer, Ethan doesn't like writers. Ethan knows that his success is all because of Jeff Johns. And Jeff Johns got too much credit, in his opinion, and he's very, very bitter about it. And this is why he lashes out at writers so hard. On my book, because I've got Mike Barron actually doing a 4-page comic book, Ethan decided to attack science fiction writers in general. And so I was making a promo post about having some of the best science fiction writers on the project and making this world really, really special. He started attacking, trying to compare it all to Patrick S. Tomlinson, a crazy SJW who's a terrible writer. Well, guess what? He just compared Mike Barron to Patrick S. Tomlinson. That's how far Ethan's willing to go in order to try to destroy anybody who doesn't fall under his thumb. I've been seeing him do much the same with Chuck Dixon with the Horseman comic book that's coming out from Rippaverse. We all know Chuck Dixon is like the best writer of our time. Everything he does is gold. The man's incredibly competent, but it doesn't matter to Ethan. It's tied to Rippaverse, and therefore he's got to destroy Chuck. Chuck's just a writer after all. He doesn't matter, does he? And this is what Ethan's been doing this entire time. But it went really, really nasty, and here's why. After this whole campaign with John Malin and with other people, he even got author Larry Correia from Baen Books to start sharing out these weird videos that he was making about me as a puppet. It was very insane. And it didn't work. And here's actually kind of the stats on the channel showing this. This is very concerning for Ethan Van Sciver if he doesn't realize what's going on. He's bleeding subs just like your boy Zach. This is 1K in the last 30 days. If you look, it's about 1K every 30 days. He's been going down, and the projections are he's about to lose another 1,000. It's all because of his behavior. It's all because Ethan keeps attacking people like Eric July, myself, and others, just because we're productive, we write good books, and he views that as a threat to him. Because when he tries to come out with, whatever the 10th campaign is that hasn't fulfilled after his last 10 campaigns haven't fulfilled, it makes him look really bad. He knows that like a book like Rainbow the Brute, there's no way that should take like 3-4 years to actually produce. There's nothing to that. It's a silly parody comic. It should take a couple of months at best. But he's pretending like he's got some sort of like different level genius that makes that happen. It's very obvious to see he's not working on it, though. He's just putting these like 5-hour live streams out there. But he went really insane. So once I kind of showed this off and showed how poorly his channel's doing, and it's very odd that, again, the only videos up there now are videos about me. I can't see that going very well for him. I'm not that big of a person. I'm not that big of a name. Like, why? Doesn't make any sense. But I'll take it because it's directing people over to here. So hello, welcome. But he went insane and tried to go personal this morning. And so he was telling somebody else after his failed cancellation attempt, and after I pointed out that, you know what, this isn't working very well for you, he said, John Delarose is a C-word, and his wife is never coming home. Wow. He's going at me with family at this point. This is exactly the playbook that he did in 2018 with me. It was lambast my books, lambast me. That worked in 2018. It didn't today because his comic buying audience knows better. They're gone now. They follow me. They follow Eric July. They've left him. All he has is Dick Masterson's troll audience, and they don't care. They're not buying comic books, so it's not impacting me. In fact, since he made his little cancellation attempt, I've gained over 20 backers for my Kickstarter project. I've gained another 50 subs on this channel here. I've gained about 50 Twitter followers as well. It did nothing. Back in the day, when he tried his cancellation attempt in 2018, I actually lost about 1,000 followers like in the month that he did this. When they went out and they tried to make this whole narrative, the doxing, sort of thing, I actually lost a lot. It's not happening this time, and it's driving him crazy. He has no power anymore. You can speak out against his stuff and not actually have any problems because nobody who is following him at this point actually reads comic books anymore. So this is crazy. Going at me over my wife is insane, but I also had a really rough time this morning, too. I actually had to get up at 4 in the morning and drive my wife to the hospital because she was experiencing chest pain. We thought she might be having a heart attack. It was pretty bad. And I was sitting there like, wow. And I'm just like nervously sitting in a waiting room while she's inside for several hours, all in a panic. I haven't slept even still. She is mostly fine. She's still in the hospital, guys, but there was no heart attack at very least. They're running some tests on her to see what might have happened. and it's not a critical situation, so there is that. But we do appreciate the prayers and the support we've been offered, and thank you guys for doing so. So this is crazy that he would do this. I mean, why would you go this far? Why would you drag somebody's wife into the situation? This is sick. This is the behavior of a complete sociopath and a narcissist, and this is exactly what he's doing at this point. He signaled that he was going to do very similar to me in DM, going at me about my wife several times over the last month or so. But he hadn't actually done it publicly. He put on this like smiling face, pretending like I was just attacking him out of nowhere, that this just was all me, and that I'm just mad at him because like he's selling somebody else's book. I don't care that he's selling somebody else's book, but I care about this. This is the way he treats people over comic books. He doesn't want me to sell my comic book to you, and so he'll do this to me. This is the kind of person Ethan Van Sciver is. This is how sick he is. And so, gosh, Ethan, this was insane. Why would you do something like this? Now, I did hear that there are some issues with his wife going on. Just absolutely. Apparently, she has Parkinson's. What I did this morning was say a prayer for her. I want her in good health. I hope everything's going okay over there. I would never think about writing something like this to Ethan Van Sciver in public or in private, because that's just not the type of person I am. I'm here for the comic books. I'm here for the culture war. We're making a difference. We're growing. We're doing things right. We're putting out book after book that are fantastic, that readers actually love, and this is Ethan's response to that. He never wanted an alternative. He didn't want to fight Marvel and DC Comics. He just wanted a little fiefdom for himself so he could rake in super chats and not have to work. That's what all this was about for Ethan Van Sciver, and it's becoming apparently clear. Everything that he does is just to serve him and not to serve any kind of movement or greater goal. We're doing the opposite over here. We're actually building things, and shout out to everybody who's doing the same. We are going to fight Marvel and DC Comics, and we are going to win, and it's very, very fantastic. We're winning right now. So please, guys, this is a great science fiction graphic novel. It's only available for 6 more days on Kickstarter. I'd love for you to come in today. If you've not read us before, grab the complete Aileron Adventures and start your journey today. This is a lot of fun. We're making a replacement for Star Wars for Warhammer 40K with like a great, great aesthetic of just classic sci-fi. I love like the 1950s stuff. I love to bring it back even further because I love that Golden Age, Silver Age, pulp era. That sort of thing inspires me more than anything else. If you've followed the channel, you know that. So check this out. It's a spy thriller, a lot of action adventure, really good art by a really wonderful person as well. And we're going to just keep continuing on. And the book's done, guys. So we'll be shipping this within a few weeks after this Kickstarter closes. You have no worries there as well. We're professionals over here, and we're going to remain that way. Shame on you, Ethan Van Sciver, but I'm not going to reply tit for tat. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to bring families into it because that's not what we're doing over here in our Christian movement to replace Marvel and DC Comics. That's SJW tactics, and we disavow it. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think. Hit the like and subscribe button, and do back this today. Thank you, guys.